Today's video is about RSV vaccination. So this is something that is relatively new, but is really important. So first, some basics. RSV stands for respiratory syncytial virus. It is the most common cause of infant hospitalization, and everyone really knows that children don't get through age 2 without getting RSV. The thing that's not well appreciated is it's a major cause of disease and hospitalization and even death in older adults. And this isn't something new. There's this conspiracy theory that RSV in adults only became a thing after COVID. That's completely fake. We just started testing more rapidly and readily in adults because of the PCR tests that developed that could also test for RSV. But RSV on a pound for pound basis in individuals above the age of 65 is very similar to flu in terms of hospitalizations and deaths. So it was a major unmet need. And adults who got hospitalized with RSV had mortality rates that are higher than influenza, higher than COVID. So it was a serious illness. But it took a very long time to develop a vaccine because of failed efforts in the 1960s, and there was a lot of science that needed to be done. Some of the same science that led to them understanding how the COVID vaccine could be made and how the spike protein could be stabilized in such a way to elicit the right antibodies to it. So that whole same issue had to happen with RSV, and it happened before RSV, and I think those people deserve a Nobel Prize for it because that's what plagued the 1960s vaccine campaign against RSV. Now they've got this right, and we've got vaccines that are available for adults. We recommend them for adults above the age of 75 and also high-risk individuals who are younger. And there are several vaccines. There's actually 3 that are out there, and I think they are really major additions and could really make RSV a problem. The problem much easier to control in adults. For children, we do vaccinate pregnant women if they're going to give birth during RSV season, which tends to be kind of in the winter. And the other option is if you're not giving birth during the winter, there are monoclonal antibodies, at least 2 different monoclonal antibodies that we can give children that aren't vaccines, but give that child immunity to get them through those first seasons of RSV where they have a high rate of hospitalization. So this is something that really will change the way that we think about RSV. We don't have antivirals for RSV, although sometimes in immunocompromised people, we do give them an antiviral. The other thing, somebody had asked a question about whether the pneumonia shot, which I kind of debunked, what we would call the pneumococcus vaccination, or the RSV, either or. You should be getting both. There are different age groups. We start to give pneumococcal vaccines around age 50 to adults and RSV at an older age, but both of those work complementary. So this is a major advance, the RSV vaccines, and I think it's really important that people that are in the eligible age group get them and recognize this is also an adult disease, not just an infant disease.